Thank you for joining me in this Darebee Wellbeing and Self-Care video, the series of videos where we explore concepts that basically sustain fitness in order to better understand what's behind them, so that we can make better decisions when it comes to our fitness journey, which essentially becomes our life journey. I'm David, your host, and today we're going to explore 3 very specific traps which we all fall into, which hold us back when it comes to our fitness. Now, I have given very specific names to these 3 traps. You can use your own, but these come from research on sustained behavior from people who engage in fitness, which then shows that when it comes to it, we are all essentially the same. We fall into those traps and we put our fitness off, and then we feel bad about it. The reason we fall into these traps in the first instance is because fitness, let's face it, is energetically difficult. We are physically active, we're doing something which takes a lot of energy, it requires some kind of thinking, we need to put some kind of structure, the results are not immediate, and somehow along that journey we get disheartened. But let's start from the beginning. What are these 3 traps? Okay, the first one is the promissory note trap. This is where we all need to get fit, and you promise yourself you're going to do something at a later date with some caveats. I'll give you a classic example here that drawn directly from my experience with a friend. We had this long discussion about his need to get fitter because he's getting a little bit older. His children are about 12 and 15, between 12 and 15. He's got 2 kids. He needs to be around as they grow up. They are draining in terms of energy, just keeping up with them. So he understands the need to improve his physical condition. And this is what he decided to do. He decided that essentially he's going to join a tennis club where he's going to go and play tennis 3 times a week with a friend. This is the promissory trap. You promise yourself that you will do something time and again in the future with some caveats. You need a friend, you need to run outside, the weather has to be nice, you need perhaps to go canoeing. Obviously you can't do it in winter, you can't do it when the seas are rough. These are traps we fall into because there are so many other elements that must essentially go our way, which we do not control, and which they're unlikely to every time. So again, drawn directly from my experience with this friend, I checked up on him last week, and he hasn't been playing tennis for about a month. The weather was a little bit funny, and when the weather was okay, the guy he had arranged to play with wasn't available. So there you go. So promissory trap, don't fall into the trap of promising to do something in future and then add all these extra caveats. If you're going to promise yourself that you're going to do something in future, it's up to you to make sure that it's as easy as possible to access, it's as easy as possible to do, and that you remove all the obstacles that would essentially stop you from doing it. That's the first trap. The second trap is the IOU trap. So second one is what I call the IOU. Essentially, what happens? You have set yourself the goal of training on specific days of the week, whether it's every day, ideally, or every other day. So you're training about 3 or 4 days a week, and then you miss one training session. Not only do you miss it, but you are already planning to miss it because you're telling yourself, okay, the day is difficult, I probably won't be able to train. That's okay, because I'm going to train more the next day or the next time. This is the IOU you write yourself to get you out of this emotional debt where you don't feel guilty for missing a training session. Now, personally, I'm all about the guilt-free state of mind. We shouldn't feel guilty when we miss something because, life is complex and things happen. But as I mentioned in other videos, which I'm going to link to in the resource box on YouTube, you should have backup plans and backup on your backup plans so that you can actually do something on those days when it's impossible to get a workout in. So you write the IOU and you say to yourself, oh, I'm going to do more next time. But more next time means more effort, more time, more planning, more of whatever it is that you're actually doing. And that's already difficult to do in the first instance. So you know what's going to happen. With the best will in the world, you're going to get yourself to the next time in the future. You will try to make up for the time you've lost, but already it's taken a lot of effort to get there. So you're going to do the bare minimum as you always do, as we always do. And I'm not being accusatory here. I'm drawing from my own life experiences and how I behave. So essentially we're going to do the bare minimum and we'll think, oh, well, at least I did it. But now you're down one session. You're down on your effort. You're down on where you should be. So you haven't actually made up for it. So this is the second trap we fall into. And now we go into the third trap. The third trap is what I call the intensity trap. This is where we essentially say to ourselves, I haven't got a lot of time to train this week. I can probably only manage 1 or 2 days instead of 3 or 4, but I'm going to go hard. Okay, this isn't going to happen. And I'll tell you why. Sure, you're going to get to that first session of your perhaps 2 planned sessions instead of 3 or 4. You're going to go hard. And it's going to be difficult. You're going to get physically tired. You're going to get mentally drained. Life itself is already draining you. You have a gazillion things to do. And now you're physically tired. So physically tired that the next session which you're planning to do isn't going to happen because you're still in recovery mode. So these are the 3 traps. The first one is a promissory note trap. The second one is the IOU. And the third one is the intensity trap. Now that you know them and you understand your own behavior, see what you can do to actually get rid of them. And again, I'm going to link to some resources which give you the ability to plan better. If you plan better, then your fitness journey becomes more sustaining and it's definitely sustainable. And we need those 2 things in order for us to be able to train for as long as possible in our lives, in order to have an extended health span primarily, and hopefully an extended lifespan, and feel happy, in control, and capable in our own bodies while we're at it. I hope this helps. Please think about it. Please keep your comments coming, keep your suggestions coming. They're valuable to me, to us as a group at Darebee. They really help us understand what to put together to help you in your fitness journey and your health journey. Please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. See you all next time.